Welcome back, students. Dear students, today we shall take up the next poem, The Tale of Custer the Dragon. Before we move on to the poem, we shall study central idea of the poem. The Tale of Custer the Dragon is a whimsical fantasy, means fanciful or peculiar fantasy. Belinda lives alone in her house with 4 pets: dog, cat, house, a dragon named Custer. So here, all other dwellers of the house except Custer pride themselves on their fearlessness. They mock poor Custer for this timidity, means lack courage or shyness. However, when the real danger comes, others run away except Custer. Only Custer fights ferociously, means aggressively, violent manner, and swallows the pirate. The poem ends ironically. After the danger is past, everyone begins to boast again about their courage. Ironically, Custer, who fought like a hero against the pirate, agrees that everyone everyone else is braver than he is. So appearances may be deceptive, and even your merit and real value may not be recognized by your unwilling rivals. Next, what is the style of the poem? Here, Ogden Nash is remembered for his nonsense poetry. The story is an unusual one, full of rhyming words like realio, trulio, ink and blink, etc. So here, the rhyming scheme of the lines is A, B, B. The poem written specially for children, in fact, looks like a fairy tale. So in the poem, we find a fantastical creature like Custer the dragon, as well as everyday creatures. What are the everyday creatures? Like the cat, the dragon, the dog, and the mouse. So all these characters are personified. So the poet uses the poetic device of oxymoron, means a figure of speech meaning a contradiction. So which highlights the contradiction. So here, when he writes the phrase pet dragon, so here the poet uses this, he writes the phrase pet dragon because dragons can't be kept as pets. This is the contradiction. So the meaning is oxymoron. This is a poetic device used here, a figure of speech. So the poet uses even similes also. So what is a simile? One thing is compared to another. So here the poet uses similes as poetic devices, compares dragon's mouth with a fireplace, compares Belinda with the barrel of what? Bears. Next, shall move on. Shall take up the first stanza. Let me recite it for you. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and a realio trulio little pet dragon. So where did Where did Belinda live? Belinda lived in a little white house. So, what were the total number of the pets that she had? How many? She had 4 pets. So, what kind of a wagon she had? Here, she had a little red wagon. Is it true that she also had a little pet dragon? Yes, it is. It's true that Belinda had also a little pet dragon. So, what is the meaning of wagon? Here it is cart. So, Belinda lived in a little white house. She lived there with her pets. Her pets included a little black kitten. There was a little grey what? Mouse. And she had a little yellow dog and a little red wagon too. And to speak the truth, she had a little pet dragon. Shall we move on, students? Please follow my recitation. Now, the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse, she called him Blink, and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. But the dragon was a coward, and she called him Custard. So, the students, here, now the name of the little black kitten was Ink. So, what was the name of the little black kitten? It was what? It was Wink. Next, what kind of dog master was? It was, the dog master was quite sharp as mustard, quite sharp and active. So, what was the little grey mouse called? Grey mouse was called Blink. And finally, we see what did the other animals generally think about the Custard, the dragon. The little pet dragon Custard was thought to be coward and lacked courage. So, coward is one who lacks courage. So, yeah, the name of the little black kitten was Ink. The little grey mouse was called by the name Blink, and the little sharp dog was known as Mustard. But the dragon was coward, and she called him Custard. Hope you have understood. Shall we move ahead? Please follow my recitation. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth, and spikes on top of him, and scales underneath, mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and really a truly daggers on his toes. So, what kind of teeth did the dragon have? What kind of teeth? Yeah, the dragon, the Custard had big sharp teeth. And further, we find to see who was Custard? A dragon. So, what was beneath his body? What was beneath his body? Scales. So, his nose looked like, a chimney. See how the comparison is made here. It is comparison. So, two things are compared. So, the poet has used the poetic device. What is this? What name the figure of speech? Mouth like a fireplace. It is a simile. So, mouth was like a fireplace chimney. So, this is a simile. And further, what were the special features of the dragon? It had sharp teeth. spikes on top of him, and scales underneath. So, this is the description of the dragon. And further, what does mouth like a fireplace? Next, we shall see in the next thing. Here, Custer, the dragon, say mouth like a fireplace means what? What does it imply? It means wide mouth emitting fire like a fireplace, and long and wide and long nostrils emitting smoke like a chimney. So what does daggers on his toes mean? Daggers on his toes. What does it mean? His toes are sharp and pointed as a stabbing knives. That's why it is called as Trulio. And really, truly, really or Trulio means really, truly, daggers on his toes. Here, I have given the meaning. Spikes means sharp nails. Daggers, a sharp, small sword. Have you understood, students? Shall we move ahead? Yes. Let me recite this stanza for you. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears, and ink and bling chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard cried for a nice safe cage. So, the students, Belinda was as brave as whom? As barrel full of bears. And further, we find to see that what could ink and bling do? What could ink and bling do? Ink and bling could chase even lions, down the stairs. So, was Belinda a brave girl? Yeah, Belinda was braver than many bears. So, what does the poet say about Mustard? Very important. Mustard is as brave as a tiger when he is in rage. So, but Custard, why did Custard cry for a nice safe cage? Custard was a coward, and always cried to put up in a nice safe cage. So, Belinda was braver than many bears put together. Ink and Bling were so brave that they could chase even lions down the stairs. Mustard, the dog, was as brave as the tiger in anger and rage, but Custard always cried like a coward to be put up in a nice safe cage. Have you understood, students? Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmerciful. They all, Ink and Bling and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon at the Realio Trulio cowardly dragon. See, who did Belinda tickle and why? Belinda used to tickle the pet dragon. So, him refers to dragon, the dragon, and she used to tickle the pet dragon. How? Mercilessly. To ridicule him. Why was she doing it? To ridicule him. So, what did Ink and Blink and Mustard do? The three of them mocked at the dragon, calling him Percival, the brave. So, what did they do sitting in the little red wagon? They sat in the little red wagon and laughed at the dragon. So they laughed. They all sat laughing in the little red, sitting in the little red wagon. So tickle means move, move the fingers on sensitive part to make unmerciful, without kindness. So yeah, Percival. Percival means a hero. Called him a hero. And so this word, all of them sat together in the little red wagon and laughed at Custard. They used to laugh at the covered dragon. Have you understood, students? Okay, we shall move on to the next slide. Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Blink said, "Wake, which is giggling for a mouse." Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age, when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. So, how did Blink giggle? Giggle like a mouse. He giggled like a mouse. And how did Belinda's giggle affect the house? Belinda's loud giggle shook the very foundation of the house. Shook the very foundation of the house. So what did Custard say? Again and again, repeatedly begged for a nice safe cage. So yeah, Belinda giggled loudly till the whole house shook to its foundation. Blink giggled too like a mouse. Ink and Mustard were very rude to the dragon Custard. They insulted him by asking what? By asking repeatedly about his age. So here they insulted him a lot. Custard cried like a coward, begging for a nice safe cage for him. So here said weak means giggled like a mouse. So rudely means in an insulting manner. Have you understood, students? Shall we move on? So here we shall pause at this slide and we shall continue the remaining stanzas in the next episode. Before we wind up, we shall try to recall what we discussed in this session. So, the students, this poem is written in which style? Style of the ballad. What is a ballad? Can you tell me? A song or a poem that tells what? A story. So, the story here is of Belinda, who lives in a little white house with the pets. So, the pets, what are the pets? Pets are a mouse, kitten, dog and a dragon. So, all our pets claim to be brave except for the dragon. So, they name him Custard. So, this is highlights of this episode. What happens in the next episode, in the next part of the story of the ballad is very interesting. Till then, thank you.